And we welcome you in tonight to Columbia International University. In the Midlands of the Palmetto State, the Rams play host to Bluefield University as CIU looks to pick up their first program victory ever over the Rams here this evening. Hello everyone, Kay Crenshaw with you all on the CIU Sports Network. You look at Columbia International, winners of 10 of their last 11 meetings, yet they've never beaten Bluefield. 0-3 all time. However, they're playing here tonight at home, where they are undefeated in the 2021 campaign, sitting at 9-0 on the year. Meanwhile, CIU sits at second in the AAC standings. Bluefield College knocking on their door at third place with an 18-9 overall record. We talk about CIU's recent successes, winners of 10 of their last 11. Bluefield has won 5 of their last 6, including 3 straight. We are set to get underway for this monumental conference matchup as we begin to close out the regular season in AAC play. Rams to have first serve in this evening's first set. Watcott, the serve. In for the kill, Kyra Raymer. Fresh off a 12-kill performance against Truett McConnell last Saturday, Reimer gets the ball rolling early for the Rams. Kleiss to serve. Watcott sets the swing. Point Rams. Reimer again. Off the deflection. CIU leading 2-0 in the first set. Kleiss serve is wide as Bluefield finds the scoreboard for the first time today. Senhurio into the match for Kleiss for CIU. Off the fingertips of the block from Worden. Vega to serve for CIU. Tip over, the libero dishes it up. Sotomayor cannot terminate in play. CIU now leads 4-1 over Bluefield. You can feel the energy. Sotomayor, point Bluefield. Back in the match with the Rams is Grahaya. In for the kill yet again, it's Reimer. She leads this team with now 299 kills on the season. The next time she's into the match, it will be number 300 on the 2021 campaign. Couchy to serve. Grahaya finds the kill as Bluefield now trails 6-2 to Columbia International. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on the CIU Sports Network. back in the Moore Fitness Center on the campus of Columbia International University, fresh out of the timeout from Bluefield here in the first set. Rams leading 6-2. Couchy to serve for CIU. Sotomayor went for the tip. It's blocked at the net. Loreno with the kill. Point, Rams. Columbia National up by 5 here in the first set. Sotomayor brings it up to the antenna, and that'll be a point for Columbia International. Now leading by 6. The second and third ranked teams facing off here tonight. Grahia's blocked by Reimer. And the tip finds the point for the Rams as De Jesus. Doing just what she needed to do to find the open spot in the front court. Reimer, point, Rams. First set action here in Columbia. Sotomayor, the swing. De Jesus in the air. Loreno. Nice dig from Lewis. But it'll be Columbia International who comes away with the point. Couchy's serve falls into the netting, and Bluefield scores their first point in quite some time. Now trailing 11-3 here in the first set. The serve from Turner sails long. Columbia International back up by 9. CIU head coach Amber Haver, now in her 4th season at CIU, started this program back in 2018, going for career win number 80 this evening. Not to mention number 25 on the season. Sotomayor, nice dig from the libero. Rally from the Rams. Point, Bluefield. One of the few offensive points we've seen scored by Bluefield thus far. Half of their 4 points just coming on miscues by CIU. De Jesus sets. Grahia is able to terminate for the point. Bluefield now trails by 7. Reimer in for the kill. Grahia. On the other end, the Rams. Kleist, great dig by Bluefield. And Cassidy Brown blocked at the netting. Grahia again sails long. That's a point for Columbia International. Rodriguez, the libero, to serve. The diving reception was Brown again. Kleist. Attempted dive, not there for Cassidy Brown. Columbia International now up by 10 points here in the first set. Grajeda, the tip. Rodriguez was there. Grajeda able to terminate. Rams needing just 10 points to take this first set as they lead 15-6 here at home. Lewis up and over. Off of the block from Vega. Bluefield cannot recover. They had a few hands on it, but nothing over the netting. CIU back up by 10. De Jesus the set. Reimer went for the kill. Great dig from Rodriguez. Reimer off the deflection. That serve is out. As Bluefield now draws back within 10. Columbia International needing 8 points to take the first set. Whatcott, a Clinton, Utah native, to serve. Miscue by the Rams. Bluefield draws within 9. Timeout was taken by Bluefield back when this score was CIU 6-2. From there, it's been all Columbia International. De Jesus initially was going for the tip. Elevated just enough for the referee to signal. Vega in for the kill. Loreno and Serhurio checking into the match here. As Besosa and Kleist step aside. Serhurio to serve. Sails long, point Bluefield. Leslie Flores, who leads this team with 348 kills, serves for Bluefield. Now on the other end, Loreno, point, Columbia International. Cynthia Loreno, the freshman out of Brazil, standing at 6'6". You pair her in there with Ingrid Ferrari at 6'4", and that's a towering force in the front court for Columbia International. Needing 6 points to take set one. Flores able to terminate. Columbia International now leading 19-11 over Bluefield. And the Bluefield Rams not going away quietly just yet. They trail by 8. Block Bluefield. Once again, the Rams pick up a point as Grajeda takes away the attempted kill from Loreno. Connor again. Point Rams. The junior from France, Carla Cucci. Sotomayor able to get through the block. Bluefield now facing their smallest deficit since that first time out in the match when they trailed 6-2. They now trail by 7. But that serve sails into the netting, and the Rams of Columbia International now need just 4 points to take set 1. These two teams battling it out atop the AAC standings. CIU currently in second place with a 24-7 record, 15-2 in the conference. Meanwhile, Bluefield in third place, 18-9 overall, 14-4 in the AAC. Lewis on the reception. Grahea up and over. De Jesus sets. Kleist in for the kill. Point Columbia International. Point Columbia International. You have to look at the effort there from De Jesus on the diving dig. Rams needing just 2 points to take the set. Basosa. Lewis the reception. Set in the air. Flores. Dug by Rodriguez, the libero. Sotomayor blocked at the netting. Rams need to get it over. Indeed they do. Diving dig yet again. Both these teams are rallying. Who brings it down? That's a block for Ferrari. Once again, Ferrari with the block. The Rams draw within 1 point of taking the first set. Ingrid Ferrari leads the conference in blocks per set. She leads this team with 131 blocks on the year. Rams needing 1. Muscling it through the block was Watcott, and Bluefield's not ready to go away yet. Sarah Ducey, the Plant City, Florida native, to serve for Bluefield. De Jesus in the air. Kleist up and over, and that is going to be a point Columbia International as they take set 1 off the deflection. 25-14 your score from set 1. We'll take a break and come back for the second set when we return to the Moore Fitness Center here at Columbia International University on the CIU Sports Network. We welcome you back into the Moore Fitness Center as Columbia International took set one 25-14 as they look to continue on their way of picking up their first ever program victory over Bluefield University. Kate Crenshaw with you on the CIU Sports Network. For Columbia International, it was Kyra Reimer leading the way with 5 kills in the first set. You also had Abby Kleist in there with 3. Vega, Ferrari, and Loreno all with 2 each. Not to mention De Jesus with 14 assists as she extends her conference lead. We are set to get underway here in set 2. Rams looking for their 25th win of the year. Head coach Amber Haver looking for her 80th career win since starting this program back in 2018. And what the program she's built. First year you start out 14-20. In the completion of this 2021 campaign, you will have pieced together back-to-back winning seasons atop the conference. Point, Columbia International. And now a change is going to be a point Bluefield. Initially it was ruled out of bounds, but the head referee overruled. Leslie Flores to serve for Bluefield. They have their first lead of the match. Swing saved by De Jesus. Kleist. Whistles blow. Contact was made by the netting by Bluefield. This set is now tied up as Loreno checks back into the match with De Sosa stepping aside. Lewis the reception. Connor off the deflection earns the point for Bluefield. Kalai stepping off for Sanjurjo. Great dig from Flores. Reimer. The tip was blocked at the netting. Lauren Sotomayor getting the deflection along with Adriana Grajeda. Bluefield coming out strong here in the second set. Loreno going for the tip. Here's Sotomayor. Sails long, point CIU. Here's Vega. Lewis the reception. Grajeda out of play, point CIU. This second set now tied at 3. Reimer muscles through the block for the kill. And just as Bluefield had built up a lead, the Rams have scored 3 straight points. They now lead by 1. Quick tip over from Whatcott. And she's able to terminate. The senior out of Clinton, Utah. Loreno. Here's Sotomayor. Deflected by Columbia International, out of bounds. And Bluefield's back in it. Serve sails long. We're tied back up at 5. Columbia International winners of 5 of their last 6. Meanwhile, Bluefield winners of 3 straight. Blocked at the netting by Ferrari. Blocked again, Ferrari and Loreno. Rodriguez in the air, Loreno going for the dig was Brown. She can save it. Columbia International back on top. Sotomayor, enough to get it over. In for the kill was Sergio. Great dig from Brown. Loreno again. In for the kill. Columbia International goes up by 3 here in the second set. Cauchy to serve. Lewis the reception. Ferrari, point, Columbia International. Timeout, Bluefield. CIU once trailed in this match 3-1. They now lead by 4. Our score sits CIU leading 9-5 over Bluefield here in the second set when we come back on the CIU Sports Network. Back in Columbia. Here in the second set, CIU has battled from behind. They now lead it by 4 over Bluefield. Cauchy to serve for CIU. The France native cannot get it over. Bluefield draws back within 3. Fresh out of the Bluefield Rams timeout. Ducey looks to get them back in it. On the reception was Cauchy. Here's Loreno. In for the look to be kill, but it'll be a point Bluefield. Ducey the serve. Off the antenna, point Bluefield yet again. Point Bluefield off the deflection. This match now tied back up at 9. Bluefield has come out of the timeout and scored 4 straight against CIU, but that would be the end of that. Ducey sends it in the netting. Rams back on top by 1. Fabian Basosa, the senior out of Puerto Rico. Reception was Brown, blocked at the netting by Kleist. Point CIU, double touch against Bluefield. Serve sails long from Basosa. The middle blocker for Bluefield and Carly Connor back into this match. Libero Lewis on the serve, and the Rams cannot get there. Back tied at 11. Little miscue on the whistle from the head referee. Play now is set to resume. Rodriguez the reception in the air. Kleist blocked. That was Watcott, and that results in a Bluefield point. Kleist, there's Lewis. In the air, Sotomayor. Point, Bluefield. Rams now trail by 2. Ferrari blocked at the netting again. It was Connor, and Bluefield is rolling here in the second set. They've scored 5 straight. Whistles blow, and it was Ferrari coming in contact with the netting. Timeout, Columbia International. They trail for the first time in this match, down 15-11 to Bluefield. We'll pause with them and come back for more volleyball action here on the CIU Sports Network. Back in the Moore Fitness Center. Point Bluefield, fresh out of the CIU timeout. They now lead by 5 over the Rams. Lewis to serve. The tip from De Jesus finally could snap CIU into some type of an offensive rhythm as Bluefield had scored 7 consecutive points with no answers. Rally from Bluefield. And now a whistle comes in. Point Columbia International. (16-13). Point Bluefield yet again. They now lead it by 4. Yet again, the Rams cannot piece together something positive offensively. Now trailing by 5. The backs are against the wall here in the second set. Kleist. Pancake dig, not enough from Flores. It'll be a point, Columbia International. But just as the Rams look to snap into an offensive rhythm, they give it right back to Bluefield. The deficit back to 5. Blocked at the netting. That was Sotomayor and Connor. Lewis the dig. Here's Sotomayor. It sails long. Point CIU. Alanya Sahurio to serve. Lewis the reception. Connor, great dig from Sahurio. And as Reimer went for the kill, it'll be a point, Bluefield. The Bluefield Rams need 5 points to take set 2. They lead it by 5 as well. Rodriguez, the diving reception. Point Bluefield. Timeout taken by CIU. Bluefield leads at 21-15 here in the second set. Can they draw the next 4 points to take it? We'll find out when we come back here on the CIU Sports Network. Back in the Moore Fitness Center. Columbia International trailing by 6 to Bluefield here in the second set. Loreno able to pick up the point for CIU. The Rams need 5 to tie it. Meanwhile, Bluefield needs 4 to win the set. Sotomayor blocked at the netting by Reimer. The Rams, fresh out of their own timeout, showing an offensive pulse here at the end of the second set. If you were to go up 2-0 into set 3, the pressure is on against Bluefield. However, if it's tied at 1, brand new ball game. Sotomayor the swing. Reimer in for the kill. Columbia International not going away quietly. They've drawn within 3 of the tie. Blocked by Ferrari. The conference's leading blocker picks up the 19th point here in the second set for CIU. Timeout taken by Bluefield as the Rams have scored 3 straight. They trail by 2. We'll be back for more in moments from the Moore Fitness Center in Columbia. Back in the Moore Fitness Center in Columbia. The CIU trails Bluefield 21-19 here in the second set. But you go back just 5 minutes ago, this looked to be all Bluefield as they look to tie this matchup at a set apiece. However, the CIU Rams took a timeout, trailing by 6 points. They've now rung off 4 straight. And they need 2 to tie it, 6 to win the set. Lewis on the reception. Sotomayor in for the kill. Bluefield fresh out of their own timeout. Draws within 3, taking the set. Cassidy Brown, the senior out of Afton, Tennessee, to serve. De Jesus to Reimer. Off the deflection by Lewis, who was falling on her back. Rams back within 2. Carla Cauchy looking to help the Rams draw within 1 of the lead. Grahea dug out by Cauchy. Loreno on the other end. Sotomayor. Rodriguez is there. We've got a rally. Tip. Flores will send it into the netting. And the Rams have drawn within 1. The Moore Fitness Center is getting loud and it's getting rowdy. Two of the conference's best teams squaring off tonight as the regular season begins to come to a close. Sotomayor went for the tip and left it short. We're tied at 22. If you're at the Columbia International train station, say hello to the momentum as it's just pulled into the station. Can the Rams pull off the come from behind win? Bluefield, though, has something else to say about it. They're back up by 1. Sarah Ducey, a sophomore out of Plant City, Florida. Moreno Tried muscling it through the block. In for the point is Bluefield. They draw within one of taking the set. Just as the Rams have tied it, Bluefield now leads 24-22. The rally from the Rams. De Jesus in the air for Loreno. Grahea deflected. Rally time out of play. Bluefield takes the second set. This match is now tied at 1. We head to set number 3 this evening when we return here on the CIU Sports Network. Back in the Moore Fitness Center in Columbia as the CIU Rams look to pick up their first program win over Bluefield. Well, Bluefield not making it easy. They took the second set 25-22 as we're now tied at 1 heading into the third. We look back at that second set win for Bluefield, and it was Leslie Flores leading the way with 5 kills. You had Sotomayor adding in 3 along with Floodcott for 2. On the other end, both Lorena and Sahurio totaled 3 kills apiece for CIU. Third set soon to be underway, as it'll be Bluefield to serve. CIU winners of 10 of their last 11 meetings. On top of that, they're playing here at the Moore Fitness Center where they are undefeated in the 2021 campaign. Coming into tonight, 9-0 here at home. Reimer, point Rams. Abby Kleist, a sophomore out of St. Augustine, Florida. Blocked at the netting. Point, Columbia International. Here's Kleist. Point Bluefield. She sends the serve into the netting. Leslie Flores leading this team with 348 kills coming into tonight. Will serve again as Bluefield picks up yet another point. Lorena. The kill sails wide. Bluefield up by a point. Rodriguez the reception. Here's Reimer. Muscles through the block for the point. We're tied back at 3. And now along the front line, you've got Lorena. Reimer back in the match is Ferrari. One of the best front courts in all the AAC. Point CIU. Gabriela Vega with the ace. Sotomayor. Sotomayor again. Ferrari sets. Lorena, the tip. Just enough. The Rams go up 5-3 here in the third set. Gabriela Vega, a junior out of Columbia. Initially blocked by Connor, and it looked to be some miscommunication between her and Reese Turner on who is to recover following the block. CIU up by 3. Lewis the reception. Sotomayor. Muscles through the block for the Bluefield point. The serve from Connor is off the mark. The Rams now lead 7-4. In for the kill is Sotomayor. And what has so far been a back and forth third set, the Rams lead by 2. Here's Brown. In the air for Lorena, in for the kill. Cynthia Lorena at 6'6" out of Brazil. Picks up her 6th kill of the match, and just a true freshman. What a bright future she has in this program for head coach Amber Haver. Bluefield still battling though. And they've really stuck around this 2-point deficit off and on throughout the set. Initially blocked by Ferrari, but it's out of bounds. And 4-point Bluefield. Off the deflection, point CIU. Flores. On the diving dig was Rodriguez. Sotomayor for the point, Bluefield. Serve just barely grazed the top of the netting. Initially blocked. Connor with the tip. The Rams able to rally. Kleist. Lewis on the other end. Here's Flores. She'll muscle it through the block. We're tied at 9. Ouchie on the diving dig. Here's Lewis. Connor the tip. Pancake dig. Earns the point for Abby Kleist. Reimer back into the match for Cauchy as De Jesus will serve. Rally from Bluefield. That's Lewis that got it over. Can they do it once more? Flores blocked at the netting. Reimer and Vega picks up the 11th point here in the third set for CIU. Sotomayor will punch it over. Reimer. She wants it again. In for the kill. Head coach Amber Havers fired up about that one as CIU now has their strongest lead in the third set, up 12-9. Block. Reimer, Vega again for the CIU point. Timeout, Bluefield. CIU has found their offensive rhythm. They lead it 13-9 here in the third set. We'll be back for more AAC volleyball action when we return to the CIU Sports Network. Columbia International looking to pick up their first program victory over Bluefield. Here in the third set, each team picking up a set earlier on here in the third. Columbia International leads 13-9. Vega in the air. Lewis. Flores. Initially blocked. The Rams are rallying. Kleist. There's Lewis again on the dig. Flores. Diving was Rodriguez. And in there is Reimer. Out of the Bluefield timeout. CIU goes up by 5. Point CIU on the ace. And Camelia De Jesus. Her 31st ace of the season. That's second best on the team. Diving dig. Reimer. Blocked. Kleist. Once again, Bluefield. Kleist the tip. There to recover is Sotomayor. Flores is able to break through the back line for the Bluefield point. They're back within 5. Point CIU. Busey lost control of it. Point Rams. Fresh into the match for Bluefield is the sophomore out of Branson, Missouri, and Allie Hawkins, as she'll come in for Ducey. Alana Sanjurio cannot get it over. Point Bluefield. Rodriguez, the pancake dive. What a rally by the Rams there. On the other end, Sotomayor in for the kill. Reimer blocked by Sotomayor. Point Bluefield. It'll fall short of the netting from Vega. The Rams lead cut to 5 as they lead 18-13 over Bluefield. Connor to serve for Bluefield. Flores will lift it over. De Jesus in the air to Reimer for the kill. The left side of the floor was nearly wide open for Reimer. Great execution by the CIU offense. Cauchy to serve. Blocked. Ferrari and Lorena. And Sotomayor, her attempted kill bounced off the top line of the netting. Point CIU. And Columbia International needs just 5 to take the third set. Here's the reception in the air for Grahea. Ferrari initially has a block. Lewis is there. Sotomayor. Once again, she's blocked at the netting. Point CIU. Or excuse me, it was off the deflection. Point Bluefield. The deflection went out of bounds. Pancake, dig, the rally. Rodriguez gets it over. Grahea leaves it long, and the Rams draw within 4 of taking the set. Bluefield coming in with an 18-9 record on the regular season, 14-4 in conference play. Winners of 3 straight after they took down Montreat on Tuesday night in 3 sets. With their backs against the wall in the third set this evening. They trail by 7. The Rams looking to go up 2-1. They'll need 4 points to do it. Blocked by Ferrari. Point CIU. Ingrid Ferrari, the junior out of Brazil, leads the AAC in blocks per set, and she leads the Rams with nearly 150 blocks on the season. Sotomayor in for the kill. Bluefield not going away just yet. Kleist with the 23rd point of the set for CIU. Libero Rodriguez. Flores for Bluefield. Diving was Rodriguez for the dig again. She's been very proactive on the defensive side today. There she is again with the dig. Kleist blocked the netting. Rodriguez there to recover. Blocked yet again. What a rally. The Rams have it over. Bluefield, that's Flores. Nice tip pass, still in the air. Whoever comes away with this one's going to get a well-deserved point. And it'll be Columbia International as Sotomayor sends in the netting. And the CIU Rams need just a point to take this third set and go up 2-1 tonight's match. For the match point, Vega. Bluefield stays alive here in the third set on the kill from Sotomayor. 24-16 our score, Columbia International leading. Off the deflection, CIU will take the third set as Gabriela Vega will pick up the final straw, and CIU goes up 2-1 on Bluefield. We'll pause 60 seconds and come back for the fourth set as the Rams look to pick up their first ever program victory over Bluefield when we come back for the fourth set on the CIU Sports Network. some Backstreet Boys on this Friday night in the Midlands. I want it that way. Your Columbia International, this is just the way you want it. Heading into the fourth set tonight, the Rams lead Bluefield University 2-1 as they need just 25 points to pick up their first ever program victory over Bluefield. CIU with a 24-7 regular season record, looking to pick up their 25th win of the year, but also the 80th career win. Head coach Amber Haver, you look back, she started this program in 2018, and it has just been a steady incline of success since then. Year one, you go 14-20. And by the time it's all said and done this year, the Rams will have locked up back-to-back winning campaigns. Not to mention, they sit second in the conference standings just to Bryan College. CIU will get the first serve, and it's Camelia De Jesus, a sophomore from Puerto Rico. The fourth set is underway. Lewis the reception. Kleist. Point CIU. Do you see the tip? Reimer. He was able to muscle it through the block, but Bluefield's able to recover. Point CIU on a net infraction against Bluefield. Serve sails long. Bluefield picks up their first point here in the fourth match. Flores serve barely clearing. Bluefield now ties this match up. Leslie Flores on the serve, and the other end, that's Reimer. Point Rams. CIU up 3-2. Alana Sahurio set to serve. Muscling it through the block was Reese Turner, a sophomore out of Rocky Mount, Virginia. Ties the match back up at 3. Reimer the tip, point CIU. Gabriela Vega. Sotomayor picks up the point for Bluefield. A back and fourth set here this evening in Columbia. Ferrari went for the kill, but she'll pick up the net infraction instead. Bluefield takes their first lead in the fourth set. Great dig from Lewis will lead to the Sotomayor kill and the Bluefield point. That's now 3 unanswered for Bluefield. Reimer responds. Point CIU. Elakauchi back into the match. Rodriguez the dig. Lorena blocked at the netting by Watcutt and Gordea. Bluefield back up by 2. Lorena off the deflection. Lewis can't get there. The Rams draw back within 1. Fabian Basosa, the senior from Puerto Rico, trying to tie this match up for CIU. Grahea with the point for Bluefield. And head coach Buddy Gallimore was fired up about that one as his super senior in her 5th year with the program. Grahea, the Silvar, California native, gets it done. The Rams are back up by 2. Kleist, not enough. Sotomayor. And a left knee air. Kleist again off the deflection. Point CIU. Libero. Rodriguez to serve. Vega, the tip. In there, point CIU. Now tied at 8. Sotomayor. Nice dig from Rodriguez. Kleist, the soft tip. Lewis, not enough. That was the 3rd touch for Bluefield. And it fell short. Rams now have their first lead here in the 4th set. But we're tied back up at 9 as Rodriguez left it short. Reese Turner powering it through to give Bluefield back the lead. Point Columbia International. Crossing the center line was Bluefield, according to the referee. Deflection out of play, point Bluefield. They're back up by 1. Reimer for the kill as she muscled it through the block. Sosa will step aside. And Cynthia Lorena is back on the floor. Rodriguez went for the pancake dig. She couldn't quite get there in time. Bluefield now leading 12-11. You're just now joining us. CIU took the first set 25-14. The second set went Bluefield's way 25-22. Well, moments ago, the end of the third set, Columbia International won it 25-16. And now following Reimer's kill, we're tied up at 12 here in the fourth set. Not the way Turner wanted it to go for sure. As she was going up for the kill. Sent it into the netting. CIU back on top. In this back and forth fourth set. Sotomayor cannot power through the block. CIU up by 2. Timeout, Bluefield. Columbia International leading 14-12, but this one's far from over. Here in the fourth set, CIU needs 11 points to take the match. We'll be back for more on the CIU Sports Network. Back on the CIU Sports Network here in Columbia. CIU leading Bluefield 14-12 in what has been a tightly contested fourth set. CIU up 2-1 in the match. They need 11 points to earn the win. It would be their first ever in program history over Bluefield. Lose the reception. Sotomayor in for the kill as she powered through the block. Bluefield back within 1. Pancake dig from Sahurio. And a great recovery from Rodriguez on the other end, but the deflection sailed wide. The match tied up at 14. Crossing the center line was Bluefield. That'll be a point CIU. And now, Bluefield head coach Buddy Gallimore not happy with the recent referee's decision. Nonetheless, the Rams to serve, now leading by a point. Diving reception, there's Sotomayor. Net infraction off the antenna against Bluefield off the block. That'll be a point CIU. Carla Cucci to serve. She leaves it short. Cauchy cannot lift it over. Bluefield's back within one. In the air for Loreno. Off the block, out of play, point CIU. Kleist and Basosa back onto the floor for Columbia International. They lead it by 2, and they need 8 points to take the match here in the fourth set. Grahea, the tip over is enough. Bluefield back within 1. Lewis Libero with the serve. Kleist deflected at the netting. Bluefield to Flores. Off the fingertips of Ingrid Ferrari as she was going for the block. It would have been her 143rd of the season. Instead, it's off her own deflection. The set's now tied back at 17. Point Bluefield. Now checking in the match for the first time today is Marty Scutchings, the junior, out of Saskatchewan. As Ferrari will step aside. Scutchings in for the kill, fresh into the match. Marty Scutchings checks in, picks up a point for CIU, and checks back out. It's all in a day's work. Vega onto the floor for her. Diving was Cauchy. Point Bluefield as Kleist left it off the antenna. Columbia International trailing by a point. And now by 2 as Bluefield's Aubrey Watcott puts Bluefield up 20-18 here in the fourth set. Point Bluefield as Columbia International had a center line infraction and a timeout is taken by CIU. They trail by 3 here in the fourth set. Can they battle back and win the match, or are we headed for 5? We'll find out when we return here on the CIU Sports Network. There's a sandstorm here in Columbia. The Rams trailing Bluefield 21-18 here in the fourth set. CIU leads the match 2-1 as they're facing a deficit, needing 7 points to pick up the win. And off the deflection from Bluefield, CIU. Now, I apologize, it was initially ruled a deflection. Now it's ruled out, point Bluefield. Bluefield now leading 22-18. Referees mix up. Rams have to rally. Point Bluefield. Make it 23-18. And a timeout is taken by Columbia International yet again. Bluefield 2 points away from forcing a fifth set between these two conference foes. We'll be back in 60 here on the CIU Sports Network. Back in the Moore Fitness Center. In the fourth set, CIU trails by 5. Meanwhile, Bluefield needs just 2 points to force a fifth set. And magic number is down to 1 as Flores will get the kill. The Rams stay alive, however. Alana Sahurio with the kill. The Rams are going to have to score at least 5 straight to stay alive. In there for the match points. Bluefield wins it 25-19 as we're headed for a fifth set. These two teams have gone back and forth, with Columbia International winning the first and third sets. Meanwhile, Bluefield battling back, winning the second and fourths. We're headed for a decisive fifth set. 15 points will decide it when we come back on the CIU Sports Network. back in Columbia, inside the Moore Fitness Center. To the fifth set we go between these two AAC foes. Columbia International looking to pick up their 25th win of the season as they sit second overall in the conference standings. Meanwhile, Bluefield looking to play spoiler and end the Rams' undefeated home season at 9-0 thus far. Bluefield looking to earn their 19th win of the year as they sit at third in the AAC standings. Columbia International taking the first and third sets. Meanwhile, Bluefield taking both the second and moments ago the fourth set, 25-19. 15 points will decide it. It all comes down to this. Columbia International looking for their first ever program win over Bluefield as they've won 10 of their last 11. Meanwhile, Bluefield has won 5 of their last 6, including their last 3 in a row. Columbia International will serve in this fifth set. Camelia De Jesus, a sophomore from Puerto Rico, with the honors. And the fifth set is underway in the Midlands. The set for Flores was a little bit too far. Point CIU. It's costly errors like that in a fifth set that can cost a team a match. Tip over, out of play from Whatcott. Point CIU. Lewis the reception in the air. No one was there. Point Columbia International. Timeout Bluefield as it's communication errors and miscues that have them facing an early deficit here in the fifth set. Columbia International leads 3-0. We'll be back for more action. We've been to close things out here on this Friday night when we return to the Moore Fitness Center on the CIU Sports Network. Back on the CIU Sports Network. Columbia International up 3-0 here in the fifth and final set. Those 3 points coming off of offensive miscues and miscommunication from Bluefield as they're fresh out of their own timeout. De Jesus to serve for CIU. She's into the netting for the Bluefield point. Sotomayor and Brown step aside for Bluefield. Reimer picks up the point for CIU. For Sosa, out of the match for Lorena. Now along the back line to serve a Sanjurio. Lewis cannot make the pancake reception, and the Rams go up 5-1. Trying to keep their home undefeated streak alive and push it to 10-0. Flores, Whatcott back to Flores. Her kill sails wide. The Rams go up by 5. Flores, the tip, point Bluefield. Wesley Flores leading this team with over 350 kills on the season. But Reimer on the other end responds for Columbia International. Kira Reimer picking up her 300th kill of the season earlier on tonight in the first set. She pushes the CIU lead 7-2. Sotomayor. Senhurio took it off the body. No one was there to recover. Bluefield going to draw back within 4. Carly Connor, the junior from British Columbia, Canada. Jesus in the air. Reimer. Sotomayor, it's blocked. And Reimer cannot wrap it around the antenna. Point Bluefield. Off the deflection, the Rams pick up their 8th point of the set. Now they need just 7 to take the match. Carla Cauchi. The Rams look for their 9th point here in the 5th set. And they get it there as Sotomayor sends it over wide. Rams looking to make history tonight as they look to take down Bluefield for the first time in school history. They're 5 points away from doing it. Reese Turner will keep Bluefield in the match. They draw within 5. Turner stepping aside. In is Cassidy Brown. She's set to serve, the senior out of Afton, Tennessee. De Jesus in the air for Lorena. Blocked. Grajeda and Sotomayor. Back-to-back points for Bluefield. They now trail by 4. Trying to avoid making the long drive back to Virginia with the loss, but they give the point right back to CIU. As Columbia International needs just 4 to take the match from Bluefield and keep their home undefeated streak this season alive. Trying to push it to 10-0 here inside the Moore. Senhurio picking up the point for CIU after both Sotomayor and Lewis could not get there. Now with our score sitting at CIU leading 12-6 here in the 5th set, Bluefield will take a timeout. We'll take it with them, be back in 60 seconds. Close out this 5th and final set on the CIU Sports Network. Back in Columbia, CIU needing just 3 points to win this fifth set and pick up their 25th win of the season and the 80th career win of head coach Amber Haver. They lead by 6 over Bluefield. Basosa the serve. In the air for Gahea, blocked! Point Rams. Alana Sanhurio draws CIU within 2. The ace for Basosa, the senior out of Puerto Rico, now will serve the match point for Columbia International as they look to make history and get their first program win over Bluefield. Sotomayor blocked by Ferrari, rallied though, still in play. Sanhurio deflected off. In the air, Lutcott still alive. The Rams need to get it over. Cauchy will do it. Sotomayor, what a block from Rodriguez. Great dig. And Sotomayor left it short. Point Bluefield. 14-7 is our score. Sarah Ducey, the Plant City, Florida native. Jesus, point Rams, that's the match. CIU will get the win over Bluefield, 15-7 here in the fifth set. And with that, Columbia International picks up their first ever win over Bluefield University. They take it in 5 sets, 15-7. What a match this evening for both groups. You look back, CIU won set 1, 25-14. Bluefield took it 25-22 in set number 2. Meanwhile, CIU responded well. They took set 3, 25-16, and then it was Bluefield yet again, staying alive and forcing this fifth set as they won 25-19 in the fourth. But here in the end, it's the Rams who get it done, 15-7 in your fifth and final set. With the win, Columbia International improves to 25-7 on the year, 16-2 in conference play as head coach Amber Haver picks up her 80th career win since she started this program back in 2018. Meanwhile, across the way, Bluefield falls to 18-10 on their 2021 campaign, 14-5 in the AAC. That'll wrap it up for our coverage this evening from the Moore Fitness Center, as the Rams will close out their regular season tomorrow at 11 a.m. You can catch that action back here on the CIU Sports Network as CIU will play host to Kentucky Christian. And until tomorrow, for all of us here on the CIU Sports Network, I'm Kate Crenshaw saying thank you, good night, and as always, remember to smile.